Oh. Oh, let's see. 1 second. Go Liverpool! They are starting with a crazy team today. And I am really excited to see Egitege up front, what he can do. I know this is a football match. Doesn't mean anything, and the team Yokohama, I have no idea about the players. And as I could see, they were pretty far behind in their own league. So I guess it would be an easy match. Moment. Eight minutes for kickoff. All right. As we can see, we have Mamush, the new goalkeeper, and Bradley, Konate, Virgil, Kegis. And I am excited to see Bradley together with these three and see how things are going to work out, because we know Bradley is a little bit more defense player than Frimpong is. So this would be the perfect defense, in my opinion. We saw against us AC Milan that they really lacked something at their defense. They played with Kirkis and Frimpong and some youngsters, and it did not look good. And we have Gakpo at a new spot today. Let me just check if I'm right. As it looks like he plays behind Salah. I'm not sure that that's correct. Oh, I just switched it around. It might be the other way around. Yeah. One moment and I will fix it. If I can. Oh well. Nevertheless, it's Gravenberg, Soboslai, which are really good, and Wirtz up front where he is comfortable together with Ekitike and Salah. These three are gonna be exciting to watch because we have not yet seen them together, and it's the first game of Ekitike as a Liverpool player. Yeah, we don't know too much about him other than he dominated in Frankfurt. I've seen some training clips with him, and I don't know. It's really hard to tell how good he is. But we will see. Let's see how it goes. And we have also said goodbye to Luis Diaz, which is sad, in my opinion. I thought he was really good for Liverpool, and because right now we have, I mean, we brought in Wirtz. He plays his spot, and that might be one of the reasons. I think Liverpool already knew that Diaz was going, which made sense for them to cash in on Wirtz so much. And I think they also knew that it might be the last chance for players like Nunes and who else? I think Gakpo is gonna stay, but Nunes is questionable at the moment. We don't really know how much he's a part of Arne Slot's plan, which I think is sad because I really like Nunes, and I think he didn't get the chance last season. He got playtime average 37 minutes in total the whole season. He was substituted 22 times. So it's a player that didn't even get his chance. And that might be the reason why it says 30 appearances with only 6 or 5 goals, or how much he has. Because he simply was not involved. And I am starting to doubt that we will get Isaac. I think he's too expensive. So if Liverpool is going to buy any more players this season, I think it's going to be someone at a center back, which they need. If Konate or Van Dijk is injured, then they have no one to replace them. Tsimikas is not good enough, and they don't even have anything down there to replace. Gomez is way too injured as well. Have you seen Liverpool play in real life? Yes. I have with my girlfriend, which is you. I'm just gonna check here if I got this wrong about. Okay. I switched it around. I can see actually Gakpo got Beard's place. Okay. So Wirtz is playing as a false 9, which is exciting. And that makes more sense to me that Gakpo gets his place up there and Wirtz can drop down. Anyways, you can easily check the lineup. So mine, I might as well just remove it because it's a little bit. See, how do I do this? There. We got Frimpong on the bench together with Endor and Simikas. Endo, who doesn't get that much playtime either. And it's understandable. It's really difficult to be a part of Liverpool's midfield because they have so many. And I'm not sure about McAllister if he's on the bench or he is injured or something like that. He's on the bench. Okay. Nunes on the bench. Maybe he gets some playtime. Let's see. And we are soon about to start. I will see if I can time this timer down here at the same time as they're gonna start in game, so you know where I'm at in the game. So if I have some delay compared to your TV or the place where you watch the game, if you watch it, then you know I am at the place in the game as you can see on my countdown. So maybe you see a goal before me, I don't know. Maybe I see it before you. I guess my stream has a little delay since it's not started yet and it's already 12:32. I don't know what kind of shirts they're wearing. They have some really weird letters. You can barely read what stands on their back because of some weird letters. I don't know. Might be some shirts they borrowed from the Japanese. Okay, and we are starting in 5 now. And Liverpool starts with the ball this time, trying with the long diagonal ball. And that's something we've seen a lot, like PSG is doing. Just at the beginning of the gameplay, they're just shooting long balls. Also, the stadium is pretty crowded as well. Seems like there's a lot of fans, and this is a promising ball for Ekiteke, who struggles. I had never actually seen Ekitike play, so I have no idea how good he is, or if he's even good enough. Because sometimes we see players getting departed from one league to another, and then they struggle. We've seen Mamouche in Manchester City. He was crazy for Frankfurt. He also played with Ekitike there, and it seems like he's struggling a little, just a little. But that's pretty normal when you start for a new team with players you never have played with before. So this is a promising attack for Yokohama. I need to know how to pronounce that name. That club name. I've never seen it before. Yokohama. I don't even know one single player from Yokohama. So I couldn't make the lineup because my database couldn't even find one player from the team. But what I could see is that Yokohama was struggling in their own league in Japan. They're trying with the long diagonal. Wirtz pressing hard. Up high. Soboslai gets it to Salah. And we already see right now that Liverpool is having the defensive line with 3 players behind. And they want to build up with the goalkeeper as well. Yokohama, yes. Yes. You think they'll win? Maybe. I mean, if Liverpool starts to substitute a lot of their main players, it could go wrongly. But as long as all the big stars are starting, I think it's gonna be a tough time for Yokohama. But again, I don't know the team, so they might surprise me. Conor Bradley tried to make the cross in from the right side. Right now, they're using the left back and the right back to push up Kirgis and Conor Bradley, which makes them almost 5 attackers at the same time. And it looks like Liverpool is trying with the long throw in from Gravenberg. And he couldn't. He could barely throw it in. Now Yokohama is 1-on-1 here, but he gets absolutely destroyed by Soboslai. Good defending. So they tried to make the long throw in with Gravenberg, and he couldn't even get it inside the box. I don't know what they were thinking. Wirtz and Kirgis are almost running the same place. Oh, that's a huge fall from Gravenberg. A rough tackle. He should get a yellow card for that one. But what we've seen so far in the first 5 minutes is that Liverpool is struggling. The creativity is not there. There's way too many new players at the same time. Kirgis, Wirtz, who else? I cannot even remember the squad. Ekitike, of course. And it seems like they're just running the same spots. They struggle to find the place in between. And we see many times that Kyrgyz and Wirtz, they're trying to run the same place because that's the place they're used to run. And they already have Gakpo, that is a left wing. So they're like 3 players at the same spot, which makes no creativity because you can't find any opening when you are 3 around you. In this case, you have to switch over to some tiki-taka ball. But that's not Liverpool style. But here's a promising free kick for Yokohama. Not far outside the field. And they will make a cross in. Liverpool with a lot of players that has the height. As they both has Szoboszlai, Ekitike, Gakpo, Konate, Van Dijk. So there are many tall players. Oh, he was headed off target. Even though Liverpool have so many tall players, the Japanese Yokohama, they find each other 2 times with the head. How? I mean, Liverpool players are almost twice as tall. And the Japanese even still gets the ball first. Now, promising attack coming for Liverpool. It's Conor Bradley, it's Szoboszlai. Gakpo inside the field and he played. Oi, on the post. Wirtz picking it up again. Gakpo losing the ball. Oh my god, that was close. Oh my god. So close. Again. This time they actually do something. They actually do something decent. They don't run the same place. And they help each other finding the areas in between the lines. And this is what we as fans were hoping to see much more of. The corner kick was Liverpool, they're trying to push up with 3 men all the time, like a triangle. So this triangle is trying to close them down and not letting them get over the line, and it seems to work. I mean, they have no place to play on Yokohama right now. Right now it's full pressure with 4 or 5 men, and it's Salah, the right wing. It would be so sad if they lost to Yokohama, but again, I mean, it's a training game, but we've seen sometimes when they switch too many players out at once. I know Liverpool have a squad, but I mean a depth in the squad, but the depth is not good, especially when you have someone like Tsimikas who isn't even good enough for championship. I mean, if one of the center backs are injured, like Van Dijk or Konate, they have absolutely 0 players to put in. Gomez injured all the time. He's injured once more. Tsimikas, who is, I don't know why the fuck he's on the team, but I never understood it. But I think it's because he's cheap. We saw last game against AC Milan the big mistake Tsimikas did. He might as well just have scored an own goal there. Where you can watch it for free, I don't know. I know LOC television is showing it live, but I think they have been pretty good lately at shutting down all the private streams. Kyrgios is the first time we see him get the ball, and he actually drops it. And this may be a counter attack for Yokohama. Van Dijk's defends it, and it's a corner kick. We got to see a little bit of Kyrgios here. I think it's almost the first time I see him with the ball, and he gets pressed by two players, which ends him in a bad position. But I mean, I don't understand why so many players are just ruling out Robertson. I mean, it's like they forgot he existed. The day everyone were beginning to think about Kyrgios, it's like we never had Robertson. No one thinks about him anymore. I mean, he's not retired. He's only 32 or whatever. But he's still running like crazy. The pace he has, the aggression, and his passing is really good. I mean, he's not the best defensively, but it's just like many players or many people forgot about Robertson. So it's gonna be exciting to see if Kyrgios or Robertson will be the first choice of Arne Slot's new system. And I think it would make sense if we choose to start with Frimpong, that Kyrgios might be the first choice, since Frimpong is not a defensive player and Kyrgios is. On the other hand, if we start with Conor Bradley, I think it would be good to start with Robertson, because Conor Bradley is defensive and Robertson is not that much. So in that way, they could maybe balance it somehow. Because one of the things in modern football right now that I have noticed is that they want to try to press with both backs. They do this all the time, pressing with right back and left back, so they play like 5 attackers at once. But if you do it, you have a big space if the other team gets a counter attack, and you have to run really quick back. And I know every time they do this, Gravenberch sits behind together with Van Dijk and Konaté. Sometimes I also see that Gakpo drops a little bit deep together with Szoboszlai. Wirtz outside the area trying to make the shot, and it was blocked, and it's a corner kick for Liverpool. Iggy is running a little confusing around inside the area. Haven't really found his spot yet. The first 15 minutes. He has to get used to a new system compared to what Frankfurt was used to play. And here's a corner kick for Liverpool. And it's headed out for a new corner kick. And the corner kick is in right side, therefore Wirtz is taking him. So at these corner kicks, Liverpool should have been good, since they now have so many tall players inside the area. Especially compared to Yokohama's team. They're almost twice as small. And here comes the shot from... It was blocked, but it was Conor Bradley. Out to Wirtz. Wirtz trying to make the cross in. And it's headed out for a new... No, it's saved. For a throw-in. Underrated stream. Thank you, my friend. We're 16 minutes in, and Yokohama has an injured player And I'm sorry, I can't mention the names. I have no idea. I have no idea who plays on Yokohama's team. And I barely can read the shirts with the weird letters. Right now, let's check in Yokohama what the weather is like. 28 degrees. So almost 30 degrees in Yokohama. And right now I think it's 19 o'clock. So it's at evening they are playing. But still it's almost 30 degrees. Loser 1, loser 2. I mean I think they're a big team in Japan, but when you see their league, it's like they're almost out of the league. They're in the real bottom. Now again, Gravenberg will try to make the long throw in. He failed it before. Can he do it now? Again, it's not long enough. I don't know why they try to experience with this. Are you even sure you can throw that long? We've seen it 2 times now, and he cannot even throw it inside the field. Maybe he's sweating. And the ball slides out of his hands. I don't know. Now, Liverpool are running with 4 players in the back. And we have Wirtz dropping down all the time to help them. So it's like not a triangle, but 4 players in the back and Wirtz in the middle. And also Yokohama is pressing up with 4 players, which makes it almost a little bit difficult for Liverpool. As we see right now, they lost the ball. But again, we can see Arne Slot has really told the players, if you lose the ball, you're gonna sprint the hell out of to get it back. So every time now that Liverpool are losing the ball, you see 5 players just surrounding. But Yokohama is putting up a really good pressure, which Liverpool has a hard time to deal with. I don't think they expected this kind of pressure. Liverpool standing up with a high defensive line. It's not a corner kick, but a free kick for Yokohama. But they have a long way in, since the defensive line is so high up. And Van Dijk clears it. Now we can see a counter attack. 5 men for Liverpool. And we always see that Salah or Gakpo are dropping down while Conor Bradley is just taking the run up front. It's the same single time. They're trying to make the triangle between the players. Long passing from Van Dijk up to Ekitike. No, it was Gakpo, but he dropped it and he fell onto the floor. Apparently, the stadium has some kind of carpets between the just outside the field. So Gakpo, he just slided right onto the carpet. Now Japan is making a tribute for Shota. They are clapping at 20 minutes, raising their shirt with Shota. A lovely tribute from Japan. Yokohama fans. A long pass to Gakpo from Salah. Gakpo is 1-on-1 and he gets it in between. But the keeper saves it. Really good pass from Salah. was a promising attack. I was surprised that it was Gakpo and not Ekitike that ran up front to get it. Gakpo, Ekitike was on the other side, but he chose to drop down. Gakpo really tried to just press the ball in between the defensive players, but he didn't manage to get it. Anyway, I think they soon will have a cooling break. The middle long, diagonal ball. And actually the Japanese guy won the duel against Van Dijk in heading. Crazy. They have some jumping skills on Yokohama's team. Elastic legs. But we really haven't seen any threat from Yokohama. Not real threat. But at the same time, we've only seen one threat for Liverpool as well. And we have to know that this is almost a promising starter for Liverpool's lineup. And it's a good ball for Salah to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai misses it. No! What a ball again from Salah. And Szoboszlai was one-on-one against the goalkeeper, but he missed. He missed the ball. Salah again with the ball up to Ekitike, but it didn't get it this time. But what we've seen so far also from Salah is that he is dropping down deep at the field. Usually he makes the run up front, but he's actually the one controlling it at midfield and trying to make the long passes up to the strikers. We haven't seen too much of that in the other seasons. So this must have been something they have talked about to do. But it works really good because Salah makes some really good passes. And it's a good tackle for Bradley. Szoboszlai trying to make the run to Gakpo. Gakpo running up left wing. Trying to make the pass for Kyrgyz. And it's Salah inside the area. Oh, with the pass for corner. And Ekitike almost got it with his heel. Tried to make the little heel shot. The little flick. I think the goalkeeper saved it. I think he saved it. Oh my god, that was close. It was a heel pass with Salah and also a heel shot with Ekitike. That was crazy. Szoboszlai passing it to Beards. No, sorry, Bradley. And it's for... Go so quick, I can't even follow up. But Liverpool choose to pass it all the way down to the goalkeeper. A little promising attack for Liverpool. Not the best one we have seen so far, but it could have been a goal. Salah to Wirtz, Wirtz to Salah. And Salah gets it. Oh, we tried to pass it instead of shooting. But the goalkeeper was quick to react. Again, one promising attack. At this time, it's between Salah and Wirtz that makes the run up between the players and just ping pong tiki-taka it all the way up. Gakpo wins the ball. Igiteke has now dropped into the left wing. Salah, instead of running, he drops down. That's not something we see a lot. But instead of running, he actually drops down, trying to make the pass in between the defensive line to get to Wirtz or whoever he can find. But it's a corner kick. And as we can see so far, it's Wirtz that are the specialist in corner kicks, so he's the one that's gonna take them. Igiteke actually looks taller than Van Dijk. Szoboszlai gets it right outside the field, trying with the shot, getting blocked. Szoboszlai is too aggressive and he fouls the player. We are 27 minutes in and we can see that Liverpool are slowly getting into the game. They're slowly finding each other in better positions. And it's not much we have seen from Yokohama so far. Here's a promising attack from Yokohama. First time. But Kirkes blocks it. So we get to see some of the qualities the new players they have. Liverpool, they are playing with 3 men in the back, and we can see they have been told for either Kirkes to run up, Bradley to stay down, or the other way around. So they always have at least 3 in the back. Oh, it's a foul ball. Igiteke almost caught them in their own area. Liverpool are pushing with 4 strikers. Salah is dropping down together with Szoboszlai. Salah makes the pass. Again, Salah looks more like a midfielder when we watch the game. They run with 4 or 5 men to attack, and Salah and Szoboszlai is the one dropping down. It's maybe a new role for Salah, I don't know. Or they're just trying out special kind of tactics. Could also be one of the reasons. Here, a corner kick in left side, and it's Gakpo that's gonna take it. Let's see if they can get anything out of it, because we know that Liverpool are struggling in these kind of... Igiteke runs it out. If Liverpool were just a little better at corner kicks, it would have benefited them so much more, because we see them getting so many corner kicks. I mean, you can bet on that almost every single game. In my country, they usually close this bet because it's a win every time. You can always bet on Liverpool at least 8 or 10 corner kicks in a game. Almost every time. They get so many corner kicks. And they never score. I mean, sometimes they do, but not compared to how many corner kicks they have. So it should be one of the spots where they should strengthen themselves. Practice these corner kick much more, like Arsenal do. Especially when you get the opportunity so many times in a game. And you have so many tall players on your team. That's not the problem. They have the height. The problem is setting it up together, finding each other inside the area. Liverpool trying to build up the game again with 3 in the back. Conor Bradley has already run up front. So they're using the goalkeeper to press, to start up the game with 4 in the back, plus the goalkeeper. Another corner kick for Liverpool. I think it's their number 5 already after 32 minutes. And this is something we see almost every game. So many corner kicks. But maybe after Wirtz has arrived, maybe he can place the corner kicks better. Oh, lame corner kick. We start to see a little struggle from Marinos. What the fuck his name is? Mamadashvili. He struggles a little bit when he gets the ball at his feet. It's not, doesn't look too comfortable. Gakpo make the shot outside, and it's way over. They gotta be doing it better than this. Right now they're just trying a lot. I don't know. I think it's time to give Nunez the chance. He's been sitting on the bench way too much, in my opinion. He was brought in for 85 millions just to sit on the bench. He's the same age as Alexander Isak. He can still develop. Salah with the long pass again. Up to Gakpo. Liverpool wins all the second ball right now. They are quick at getting it back, but right now they just struggle at making something good out of their attacks. Again, Liverpool wins the ball. Ekitike on the left wing. Compared to how many... Oh my god, it's a 1-on-1 now for Yokohama against Van Dijk. It's the last man. And he managed not to get through Van Dijk. He was almost twice as tall. Van Dijk was just standing still and he couldn't even run through him. This is where Van Dijk shows his strength. He had no idea what to do one-on-one against Van Dijk. But we still lack some creativity at the second half of the field. I mean, they're building up the game pretty good. They're pressing good and so on. They find the players and they get the ball. They get the possession. But in the last third, when it comes to attacking, they don't know what to do. And I know it's only a friendly match, but I still think it's a little worrying that we haven't seen one good attack yet. Like one really good attack. And I mean also against AC Milan, we didn't really have one good attack because Soboslai, he just shot it in from long distance. I mean, that was not an attack. He was just good at shooting. And the second goal, we haven't really seen one really good setup, which they used to have so many of. Last season, they didn't get too many of them, but under Klopp, when they were at their peak, we saw so many incredible attacks from Liverpool. Sometimes we even thought in a game where they won 2-0, they could easily have gone 8-0 because of all the chances they had. But right now we're not sitting with the feeling that this could have been a 2-0. 0-0 is fair. And that's what I think is worrying a little bit. That we don't have the feeling of any good attacks coming in. And I know it will change. It will change the time when they get to know each other a little better and when Premier League starts and there's much more to play off, then we will start seeing them. But right now, we also want to see something. We want to see what they can do. And it's a promising attack for Yokohama and Masha. It's a good save for the Liverpool goalkeeper. And this was a good attack for Yokohama. Liverpool only had 2 players in the defense line. If they have done this in the Premier League, they would have been 1-0 down. In my opinion, it's kind of embarrassing, man. Playing against the Japanese team we don't even know of, and they are at the bottom of their league. And they have just as many, if not even more, good chances than Liverpool with their big players. I think the cost of Wirtz could buy the whole Yokohama team. Maybe 2 times. Five minutes left of first half. And we still need to see a decent attack for Liverpool. We all want to see what Wirtz can do. Together with Ekitike. Ekitike has been absolutely invisible. Sorry, not invincible. Invisible. We haven't even seen him. I think I saw him touch the ball one time. If you're brought in for the cost of almost 100 million, shouldn't you have touched the ball just one more time than one. I don't know. I mean, if you ask Haaland, he can touch it 3 times and 3 goals. But he has an insane pace. Let's see if he can put something together. We all know the first games in a new club, it's so difficult. We saw it with Suarez as well. He didn't do shit the first half of the year. And suddenly, he started just banging in goals after goal. The same thing about Salah. After a half year, we all thought, what the hell is this player, man? And then all of a sudden, he just started to absolutely destroy every single team. So, it's something we have seen. It's common. But sometimes they use more than a half year. Sometimes after a year and a half, we still haven't seen anything from the player. I know Darwin Núñez has disappointed many of Liverpool players, fans, not players, but the fans. He has been here in almost 2 years now, I think, but we still haven't seen too much of him compared to his price. Yokohama with the long ball, finding one player, but he's against 3. It's Kyrgios, Konate, and Van Dijk in the defense. Szoboszlai is running like hell to get the ball back. He does, but in my opinion, it was a foul. But Viers plays it with Gakpo, and it's a play on. Viers driving the ball up through the midfield to Conor Bradley. Bradley to Salah, but he loses the ball. One minute left of first half. Let's see if we can get something. We can get a goal at least. Something. I almost don't care who gets it. I just want to see something. And it looks like they don't even have a cooling break. I haven't seen it. Even though they play in 30 degrees. We are 45 minutes in. And I'll just stop the timer here because I think it's gonna end soon. As we have not seen any extra added time yet. Again, Liverpool trying to start up with 2 center backs and the goalkeeper. They want to use the goalkeeper at all times when they're trying to build up the game. Conor Bradley to Wirtz. Wirtz. Wirtz struggles with the first touch. If he didn't, Gakpo was completely free on the left side. But they win it back again. Bradley to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai to Wirtz. Wirtz trying to play the ball to Bradley. And here is the whistle for first half. We saw a little bit at the end, but still not enough. Not enough. And this might be the reason of way too many players at once. I don't know. It could be. I could be wrong also, but Igiteki doesn't look satisfied. I mean, we haven't barely seen him the first half. All right, I will go take a break and I will be back for second half. I hope you will be staying, or else you are free to leave. Do whatever you want. I will come back and you can come in and join if you want. Yeah, see you in 10 minutes.
You can start. The first time I met Flo was in the Bayer Leverkusen changing room. Obviously, I knew who he was before from watching him. So when he was sat next to me, you know, we just started speaking. He was the first one that made me feel comfortable. And then obviously I started going to his house. We started to chill, and then we just became friends.
Before the training starts, we had like 1 hour,
Yes.
1 hour
We have a lot
30
of
to
time.
chill. For me, it's easy because Jeremy is a guy everybody loves him. He's funny, always in a good mood. So, of course, I'm one of the guys who like him.
Flo, look.
This is wrong.
We were actually
People
on the
get it
same
wrong.
side, but I saw this on social media.
Yeah, they got it wrong.
Yeah.
But we were 2-0 down against Bayern
Yes.
in Champions League.
Champions League. Wow.
And then the head starts,
Gone.
you know.
My most annoying habit. Probably sometimes I have too much energy.
Ooh, most annoying habit. Maybe that he's sometimes in the wrong situations, he's too loud.
The same. I have too much energy. The same.
Yeah,
I know my guy.
but it's not a bad habit.
Yes.
You know, just when we... Nah, I don't mention it.
Yeah, some frustration over the scoreline at the break, 0-0 at Nissan Stadium against Yokohama F, who have put up quite a good fight in that first at 45. A few chances have fallen Liverpool's way, but the Japanese side have had their own as well, haven't they? It is goalless at the break. We are in the company of Jan Molby, who's joined us to go through that first half. Yokohama not having the best season, Jan. I mean, far from it. They're 18th at the moment in the J-League, but I think they put up quite a good fight in that first 45 minutes.
I think probably. I mean, with Liverpool going as strong as they've done and Yokohama having a disappointing season, we thought it might have been a little bit easier, but they put up a good fight. They're well organised to get people back in position. They double up on Liverpool's quality players, so it's been frustrating. Having said all of that, Liverpool could have easily had 1 or 2 goals.
Yeah, we'll show you the Liverpool chances and the Yokohama chances in just a moment. But I mean, admittedly, as we say, it's not been a good season for them. Liverpool, with no disrespect, you would say have more quality within their ranks. But is that tempered by the fact they are playing a side who are 24 games into their season? Naturally, they're going to have a lot more rhythm to their game at this point in time.
Yeah, they're battle hardened, aren't they? With the 24 games, and I think you can see that, and that's where some of the frustration is with Liverpool, is that they're making 1 or 2 mistakes that they normally wouldn't make. Also, I'm not sure that the pitch helps. Liverpool's quick.
Yeah.
One-touch football doesn't quite work on the pitch, isn't it? But you know, give credit to Yokohama. They get back in position, they double up, and they managed to. Well, at the moment, they managed to keep it to a clean sheet.
Yeah, we'll touch more on the pitch in a moment because I think it's played a part in some of the chances that Liverpool have had. But let's just show you some of the opportunities that have fallen the way of Arne Slot's side. And we'll start with one for Cody Gakpo, who's been at the heart of quite a lot of the action in front of goal so far, Jan. But this one is off the post quite early on in the game.
Yeah, it's a trademark Cody Gakpo opportunity. You know, again, we see Liverpool with loads of numbers forward. Kirkies does him a favour here by coming on the outside, which allows Gakpo to do what we've seen him do so often, just try and find that far corner with a controlled effort. Wasn't quite to beat keeper, most definitely beaten. We've seen that before and we'll see that again.
Yeah, this is another one for Cody Gakpo. Almost scores, but it's saved off the back of a really super pass.
Yeah, it's that mission, isn't it, from Mo Salah into space. The problem with Gakpo's first touch, he doesn't get the ball down, so it's bouncing and he can't quite get it under control, but it was a superb pass. I mean, look at this, bang.
Yeah, there's another long pass as well coming up, which sees Dominic Szoboszlai get an opportunity that he might feel that he could have done a bit better with, but he kind of fluffed the shot, but I don't think the pitch helps him.
No, I think probably the pitch plays a part in that incident. The first touch is good, but he doesn't get it out from within his feet, so he can't shoot or go around the goalkeeper. But again, you know, Mo Salah and his range of passing it just gets better and better.
Yeah, we've seen a final effort by Cody Gakpo there where he will feel a bit frustrated by that one. But I want to talk about Mo Salah because naturally all the talk has been about pre-season and the new signings, but he's still absolutely the star of the show. He's been outstanding that half. I
mean, we have big expectations of Florian Wirtz and rightly so, and he's going to be the playmaker. He's the one with the vision. But take nothing away from Salah. Salah plays quite wide. He hooks the touchline a lot of the time, but it also allows him plenty of room for his vision and his passes. Whereas Gakpo has a tendency to come inside a little bit and give Kirkis a possibility to come on the outside. But yeah, Mo Salah's quality is still there for us.
He's undoubted. Let's show you some of the chances for Marinos. Well, this is kind of, when you look at some of these, I think defensive issues that we saw maybe against Milan and maybe creeping in again. They managed to hit Liverpool on the counter-attack a few times, Jan, and it's not worrying because it's pre-season, but on a spot still won't want to see it.
No, I don't think he'll be worried, but he will be mentioning it yet again at half-time, that's for sure. The set piece there was disappointing. I mean, this is a bit of a mix of where they don't quite have the pace to really hurt Liverpool, and you also know in situations like that Virgil will be able to deal with that. But nevertheless, it's another mistake. Against a team with a little bit more pace up front, might have been able to cause you a few problems, and I actually think that this is probably their best attack. You know, again, there's only the two of them here, isn't it? But they keep finding the right pass into space, and this cross back here is a really good cross. Good header.
And it's a good
save. Yeah, absolutely. It's but a little bit of quality involved in that, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, what have you made of Georgie Mamardashvili so far? Because he's getting a good opportunity today. Of course, Alisson has gone to attend to a personal matter back home in Brazil. We haven't seen too much of him.
No, the only thing I will say is that it's difficult, isn't it, when you kind of know you're on trial, because we know that Alisson Becker is Liverpool's first choice goalkeeper, and as a goalkeeper it's hard because he's on trial and everybody's eyes on him, and you know, what is he capable of doing. So it becomes very difficult to play when you always feel that, you know, sort of pressure of having to really do well in case you want to be the number one choice, isn't it? Which in time he will be the number one choice, you know, for the time being there's no doubt that it's Alisson Becker.
And also learning off the best in Alisson. I mean, you can't get much better than that, can you?
No, he can't, and Alisson's got something that not a lot of goalkeepers have got, and that's the ability to not commit. You know, in those situations where he doesn't commit, he allows the attackers to make the first move, and then he reacts to that.
Okay, let's have a look at the name that was on everybody's lips when we saw the team sheet. It is Hugo Ekitike getting his first starts this afternoon. What have you made of him?
All right, we're back. Once again, first half wasn't too promising. We didn't really get to see some of the things that we were hoping for, but some of the things that we could analyze for the first half is that Salah seems like he's got a new role. He drops down when they're attacking together with Szoboszlai, and he's trying to make the long pass in between the defensive line, and it worked out 2 times pretty good. Unfortunately, the attackers were not clinical enough to finish off these passes because they were really promising, and probably the best thing we've seen so far in this game were Salah's 2 passing. The other thing that we see is that the left and the right back are running up front when they're attacking, so they have 5 attackers at the same time. Gravenberg is the one dropping deep. Wirtz is trying to be the striker as well, running in between defensive line. They're building up their game together with the goalkeeper and only Konaté and Van Dijk, and it seems a little risky. I mean, this would not benefit in the Premier League, because Yokohama, every time they get the ball, they have a running 1-on-1 or 1-on-2 or 2-on-2. And in Premier League, this would most of the times create chaos. But they can do this because it's Yokohama. And they are not that good at attacking, so they seem a little more comfortable in doing it. But if they plan on doing this kind of tactic in the Premier League, I think we at least need to have Gravenberg or one of the center backs to line up with them. Because it's a long run. And no one can run that far. I know, even though Frimpong, Kirkis and Conor Bradley, they are extremely quick. If you lose the ball at the third half of the pitch, no one can outrun it. No one. So it doesn't matter how fast you are. You can't outrun a ball that's shot over 100 miles per second. Oh, not second. Per hour, sorry. A second would be really quick. If you hear a weird noise in the back, it's my parrot. I can't shut it up, sorry. Maybe we can see Nunez getting some playtime. I think he deserves it. Frimpong might also be one of the players that comes in. Robertson as well. I kan også lide. Oh. I thought he would blend in with the green screen because he's green, but he doesn't. Hvad siger du? Oh, it wants some piece of my bread. You want this? Hmm? Okay. We'll soon back in 2 minutes. We can see some changes going on. Seems like Jones is the one coming in. Nunez seems to get some playtime as well. And I really hope for Darwin Nunez. I still think he's world class. Even though I have yelled so many times over him and I haven't been satisfied. I still think he's a promising talent. I don't think he's finished yet. Oh. And it's soon kick off. Here we go. And the second half has started. And I'm sorry, my timer says 0.6 second, but I couldn't time it right. Hmm? Hello. You want to say something? Here's a corner kick for Yokohama. Crosses in, and it's a decent header, but it's just wide. Again, promising attack for Yokohama, and they were actually all men down in the defensive line. Still, Yokohama managed to get the ball on their head. I mean, that's just good enough. What do you think, Goya? Long pass for Yokohama again. They find one-on-one, but it's just out. Two promising attacks for Yokohama in less than 2 minutes. What's going on? Liverpool really needs to find their feet. It's a slow start. But here we see Wirtz driving the ball up to Gakpo, left side. Gakpo drives it in to Soboslai. He tries to play 1-2 with Soboslai, but he couldn't reach it. It's the real Liverbird. It's just green. Are you the Liverbird? My arm is getting tired. Couldn't you just sit on my shoulder instead? Thank you. Now Liverpool trying to build up the game. It's a long ball for Nunez, but Nunez was out of his reach, unfortunately. Was also offside. We see Tsimikas and Endo is coming in, and we all know what that means. And the whole crowd is cheering because they saw Endo. Because it's the Japanese captain. So they know him really well. It's the only Japanese player that has a kind of professional career in Europe. I mean, there might be some few others as well, but I think Endo is one of the most famous in Japan, which is funny because we don't see him that way, but he's really popular, of course, in his own country. Here comes Nunez trying to drive the ball. He just loses it. And I think the only two substitutions that has been yet is Jones and Nunez. So it's still a promising Liverpool squad we are seeing right now. Now Via's trying to drive the ball up again, building up from all the way in the back. We can already see how Conor Bradley has taken the run up front. While this time Kirkis, he stays behind. Via's getting it out to Gakpo. Gakpo trying to make the cross in. No, he just runs it out. But at least this time, in this half, we see that when Conor Bradley takes the run, Kirkis actually stays behind. First half, we saw that both would take the run at the same time, and they would only have two defensive players in the line. Via's trying to make the ball into Salah. Salah gets it back from Conor Bradley. Salah again with the pass in between. Oh my god, it was a perfect pass for Nunes. Nunes gets the shot on the ball, but the keeper saves it. Again, Salah with driving in. And it's actually offside, so it didn't matter. I was offside. Jesus. But the keeper didn't even save it. He actually just missed his shot. But he was offside. But again, we saw Salah dropping deep one more time, together with Szoboszlai and making the pass in between. I mean, they have done this 3 or 4 times now. And it has looked good every single time they've done it. But they are also giving away their game plan. Liverpool building up from behind. They are making a triangle between Konaté, Van Dijk and Mamardashvili. So they are using the goalkeeper in their build-up play, which is something we see in modern football almost every single time now. Back in the days, the goalkeeper wasn't that much in the build-up. And I think it makes sense to try and use them. Benefits the length of the field by having them as one of the build-up. Yokohama trying to get through. It's a good play for Yokohama, but in the end it was blocked. Salah is all the way in the back, helping in the defense line. Yokohama wins the ball back. This could be a promising attack. No. Vias steals the ball. And now it could be a counter-attack for Liverpool. Nunes oh, it was so close. But we're seeing a little more promising attacks for Nunes than we did for Ekitike. Ekitike really struggled getting the ball or knowing where he has to position himself. You're crumpling. Now, promising attack for Yokohama again. They're using Liverpool's right side to press, and it's a promising attack, and it's a goal for Yokohama. 1-0. They're appealing for offside, but I don't think it is. I think it's 1-0 for Yokohama, and it was a really good set piece of attack. And this is something we really wanted to see at Liverpool's attack. Yokohama just did it. Run right through the defensive line behind Jones. And I don't know why is Jones the defensive player, but I don't know, man. But it's a good goal. And it looks so easy. There's not many to blame for this attack. You can't blame Van Dijk because it wasn't his man. It was Jones. But Jones is not a defensive player, so it should be Konaté's man. But Konaté wasn't there. Alright, let's see if Liverpool can answer. We still really haven't seen anything promising. I mean, I said it last game against AC Milan. I had no idea what to conclude on that game. They tried some different kind of tactics with Frimpong and Kirkis, and it didn't work out. So when they finally decided to substitute and get a lot of youngsters in, they just came behind. So what the hell could they conclude for that game? Yo, welcome Atletico Madrid fan. Here's a promising attack again, but it's blocked in the end. And welcome. Right now, as we see again, it's Van Dijk, Konaté in the defensive line. This time, Szoboszlai has dropped down as the third man. Kirkis and Conor Bradley, they're already up front. Nunez makes the perfect run to Salah. They're trying to break through, but they don't succeed. Konaté makes this run up right side, but they are 5 men surrounding one player. I wouldn't call it park the bus, but they are standing really good defensively, Yokohama, right now. That's why Liverpool are struggling finding any creativities in this. Promising attack here, but Yokohama gets it. My opinion on Luis Diaz to Bayern Munich. Yeah, I mean, I understand that Luis Diaz wanted a new challenge. I actually thought it would be Barcelona, but I think there is some economy problems between Barcelona and the price tag on Luis Diaz, which made it impossible for them to make the deal. But then again, he chose to leave, which is fair enough. But I don't really understand the challenge. Because it's a Colombian guy. He speaks English only. I don't really think he has any friends. Sometimes friends can also benefit in driving a player to another club. So I don't really understand the challenge, because usually it's to go to another league, finding a new challenge, but Bayern Munich is not really a challenge. I mean, Bundesliga, there are always only 2 competitors, maybe 3 sometimes, but out of the last 20 seasons, Bayern Munich, I don't know how many of them they won, 17 or something like that. So Bayern Munich is not really a challenge. I mean, they can still challenge in the Europe, in the Champions League and so on, but Liverpool can do that as well. They are also in the Champions League. They're not a less good team than Bayern Munich is. Not in my opinion. So in that case, I don't really understand it. I don't understand what his purpose is on going to Bayern Munich. So in my opinion, I think in his mind, he thinks Bayern Munich is a bigger club than Liverpool is. Either that, or maybe he has someone in his family that is a fan. Maybe someone in his family wanted to move there. I don't know. You have to consider a lot of things when you move to another league, because you have to move to another country as well. So when Diaz moves to Germany, he has to take his wife and his kids to adapt in another country where they don't understand a single word. That's also one of the risks by doing it. So there might have been something that has triggered him. It could be the family. It could be the wife who said, I always wanted to live in Germany and just do this and do that. I don't know. It could be. It's something we don't talk too much about, but it can always have an effect. Maybe he just wanted a new challenge as well. It could be. But I don't really think he moved up. And he's at his prime age. Now it's Salah into Jones, Wirtz, and Wirtz get the goal, and it's 1-1. Good upset pieces, and it's Wirtz's first goal in a Liverpool shirt. Finally, one good attack came up, and I'm not sure. I don't think there's upside here. I think it's a clean goal, and I think it will stand. And it's actually Jones that makes the run, that steals the ball. Plays Salah, gets it back, plays Wirtz, and Wirtz just smashed it in. What a goal. And the score is, of course, 1-1. I know it says 1-0, but it's 1-1. Like this. Finally. Finally, we saw something, right? We saw something. And he just got substituted after scoring the goal. I think it's time for rest. They have seen enough. But the substitution they just made is Rio, this 16-year-old kid. We saw last time how insane he was. Only 16 years of age. What the hell were we doing at 16 years old? And it's not only that he's 16, it's actually because he plays insanely good. Really quick on his feet. He looks so promising, and we also get to see Frimpong, who also got in. Don't bite my headset. Don't bite. And by the way, I didn't tell, but Endo was also substituted instead of Van Dijk, and he got a huge applaud when he got in, because of he's the captain of the country. The captain of the Japanese team. All right, let's see if we can get some more goals in. We still need to see a little bit more, but right now Liverpool are playing with a lot of usually substitutes, which can make it difficult. They're playing up again. Elliott in the middle together with McAllister. right now is just gonna take these off for a minute, since my parents want to bite it. And Yokohama has the promising attack here. Trying to find the guy in the middle, but he's locked down by 4 or 5 players. It's kind of special seeing Frimpong and Elliot in the same match, because they usually play the same style. Play on the same field. And Frimpong is still not a defensive player. And yet he's getting used as a right back. I mean, I'm not sure if he's going to be a right back when Liverpool first start their season. I still don't think we have seen anything promising in the defensive area yet. We've seen a lot of promising things when he's in attack. He's really quick with his feet. He can put himself in a dangerous position, but defensively, I don't really see him. Oh, yeah, it's a goal! Oh my god! It was Frimpong to Naomi. Naomi, the youngster, as well. What a goal! And it came out of nowhere. Frimpong with the assist. We see he is promising when it comes to the attacking. Naomi, who scored, I didn't even see he was substituted. And there is no offside, it's just a pure goal. Germany is better than England to live in, which could influence his transfer to Bayern. Yeah, true. So many things can have influences on and where he wants to live, and of course the weather. I don't know how much difficult the weather is in England compared to Germany, but I know it it rains a lot, as they say, in England, and it's usually kind of cold. But if that was the case, I think he might have moved to, I don't know, France or Spain instead. Spain is something they usually go to because of the weather. It's really nice. Almost all time of the year. So Spain makes sense. And I think when he can't get to Barcelona, I don't think he want to play for any other Spain league. So maybe Bayern Munich could be his gateway to play 1 or 2 years, 3 maybe, and then hoping for Barcelona to want him at that point. He would still be only 29, I think. Or maybe he just loves Bayern Munich, I don't know. But it's not that often I see a Liverpool player at his prime, at his peak. After they won Premier League or big trophies, they just want to move away to Bayern Munich. I have never seen that. I saw Mané who moved to Bayern Munich as well, but he was at the end. I mean, not at the end, but he was 32 or something, so he was near the end, and I thought he knew. He just wanted to try something new, and that was fair enough. But when you're only 28, 27, or whatever Luis Diaz is, and he just won the Premier League, I really don't understand it. Here's a promising attack again for Liverpool. And it was Rio with the thrive with the ball. Rio, really quick feet, insane speed, and he's only 16, and he looks like a player that has been there for a decade. He barely make any mistakes. He sits every foot right, and he just fits in. High quality of life and strong stability, especially with the Euro framework. Yeah, I don't know how much better it is than in England. But I mean, if you already have, he has money enough to live 10 lives without work. I don't know how much he cares about, but maybe he does. I don't know. Could be a reason. But it's always a big decision when you chose to leave for another country. It's, imagine you have to move all your things away. If you have kids, you have to move them to a different school. You have a wife, you have to, she has to adapt as well, find a job and so on. You have to learn the language, everything. Maybe he was uncomfortable in Liverpool, I don't know. It could be a reason as well if he didn't find himself happy with enough friends, or if he had a hard time adapting in England, learning the language. A player like Nunes, he barely understands anything English. I think he might have improved it, but when he came in 2 years ago, he didn't understand anything. He couldn't say a single word in English, and he's still there, and he looks happy. But I think it would be difficult to be happy if you don't understand your co-workers, colleagues' language. Did you stream Milan versus Liverpool? Yes, I did. I streamed that game as well. Liverpool used a lot of substitutes as youngsters, and we could see in second half against Milan, there were way too many youngsters, way too many who doesn't play together, and that was the result of it. It always ends that way. Rio has the ball inside the area, trying to make the shot in. Can he get through? Oh my god, so close, but the keeper saves it. Again, Rio. He is so dangerous every time he gets the ball. What a player. McAllister trying to make the run, and he gets fouled right outside the field. Again, Rio. Wow. What a striker. I would have said the same if he was 27. I would have said, oh my god, but he's only 16. I will see if I can stream most of them. It was my goal to stream almost every game, because I watched every game anyway, so I might as well just stream it. But I never streamed before, so it's my second time, I think third time maybe, streaming a Liverpool match. So my plan was to just keep trying to stream them, see how it goes. I'm gonna watch the matches anyway, so, but I might not have this parrot on me next time. McAllister with the free kick just outside the area, the field area. McAllister, we all know, who has insane acquisition when it comes to shooting. And he takes the shot. Oh, he is right inside the wall. I'll see you again in the Community Shield. Yes, of course, of course, of course. I will be streaming that game for sure. My parents chose to fly away. I think it got scared. Oh. Anyways, we just want to see at least one more goal. I mean, just to set a statement that that this team is something they can easily beat. 2-1 is not, it's not really that much. Also, do you think we're gonna see Elliot a part of Arne Slot's game plan next season? Because we've seen him in England. He just won the European for the youngsters. He was absolutely dominating it. But unfortunately, in Liverpool, there is way too many that plays that role. And Salah, you cannot bench him, no matter what you do. He's just too big of a name. So Elliot has no chance to get that position. So are we gonna see him? I don't know. Because he's a really big player, and in my opinion, he's way too big to sit on the bench. We don't know what kind of talent he could end up being if he just sits on the bench and always is a substitution. I play for under 13 team of Daily FC and I broke my ankle recently at home recovering. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you recover well. Must be a nasty tackle if you broke your ankle. What is it? Is it, are you out for 6 months? We can see Liverpool are getting involved a little bit more in the game, and it could also mean that Yokohama has substituted most of their good players. So have Liverpool, but again, Liverpool substitution are just a little bit more quality. There should be also. Around 6 to 5 months. Yeah. Ouch. I hope you recover and get back fresh. Sometimes when players break their ankle or break something, they come back even stronger. I remember when Van Dijk, he broke something at his leg, and he was out for I don't know how long, but he came back way quicker. I don't know, not way quicker, but he came back really really good compared to his being out for so long. Here comes Frimpong with the run, and he's way quick, and he makes the ball in to Naomi. Naomi can't really catch it. He's trying to break through, but in the end it fails, and it ends up with the goalkeeper saving it. Frimpong really quick on his feet. We can see so many times they can't catch him. And it's gonna be exciting to see him in the Premier League if anyone can catch him with that insane pace. Sorry. Oh. So we have around 10 minutes left of the game. Frimpong looks promising when it comes to the attacking area. We haven't really seen him in the defensive. Not in this game. I think they try to do. I think they try to make Jones as his substitution defense. So when Frimpong attacks, Jones drops a little bit deep. And last time we saw it earlier in this game. They end up scoring because Jones is not a defender either. So it didn't work out. So I can't wait to see these one-on-one defensive against Frimpong. Can he really defend? Can he do anything? Or can you just run past him? Because we know many times when we saw Trent, it looks like everyone could just walk around him. And he wouldn't care. He looked slow. He looked like he had no idea what he was doing in the defensive area. Sometimes he did good things as well, but He saw him so many times struggling in the back. And I just want to see what can Frimpong do other than Trent couldn't. This is your second injury a year earlier, had broken toe out of 4 weeks. Oh my god. You're unlucky, dude. Unlucky. So maybe next time when you come back after 5 or 6 months, you should perhaps turn the aggressiveness just down a little bit so you can get some playtime. Endo is right now defending, and he does it well. I think they're trying to see if Konate and Van Dijk, either one of them, if they get injured, who can be their center back substitution? Because they have no one. They have Gomez, but Gomez is injured all the time. He's injured all the time. So you can't count on him. Then we have Tsimikas. Tsimikas he's not good enough. He's not good enough. I've said that many times. We saw it against AC Milan. The big mistake he made. He is just not good enough. And I like Tsimikas. He has a very good personality. I think he's really good for the team. He fights hard and so... he fights hard. He gives a lot to the team, but he's just not good. He's just not good enough. Then we have Endo. But he's not a center back, but he can drop down and be one. It could be. It could work. Endo could work. He's not that tall, which could be a problem. Tsimikas is not tall as well, but Endo looks strong when it comes to the defensive. Jones looks sloppy when it comes defensive. Gravenberg is of course really good, so he could be one as well. But yeah, Liverpool really needs a new center back. They have been focusing so much on the attacking part that they forgot about their defense. And if it should happen that they get one injury for Konate or Van Dijk, they will struggle so much. Mostly Van Dijk. If he gets injured, they have no one. No one. And I don't think it's too healthy to rely on 2 players just to hope they will never get injured. It's too risky. You gotta have some substitutions. Right now, Liverpool have a lot of substitutions in the attack, in the midfield. They have 2 these really good substitutions as right, left, back. Center backs, no one. Bait will be a cheap quality signing. I don't know that guy. Just a moment, I will look him up. Here it comes. I think it's Nunez trying to make the run. No, it's Rio. It's Rio, the youngster, making the cross in, but it gets too wide. Loic Bate from Sevilla. I haven't seen him much, but I guess you have since you're an Atletico fan, so you might know him better than I do. The only games I really watch in La Liga is the big ones, the rival, the Champions League. Of course, Atletico, Bayern, and Real Madrid, but Sevilla, I don't see them that much. Only in Europe League, so I don't really know what kind of player he is. But I could see that he was 25 years of age, which is really good. I heard they also talked about Daily, no, what is his name? The one from Crystal Palace. I don't remember the name. I don't. Someone center back there, but I think they might soon struggle in buying new players. I think they already did what they could. I think Alexander Isak will not be bought. I really don't think so. But I don't know if yeah, Gui, of course. Here comes Rio. Here comes Rio. Oh my god! It's a goal for Liverpool! And it's Rio, this 16-year-old. Holy shit, what a player, man. He just drives the ball up through the midfield all by himself, strikes it just inside the area and scores. What a guy. He did it all by himself. The keeper could maybe have saved it, but again, it was really, really good done. 16 years old, and he just scored for Liverpool's first team. And he did it all by himself. No luck. And he could have scored many. What a youngster. I said it again when we saw AC Milan versus Liverpool. He was one of the best. He was so good. He was incredible. And I thought to myself, maybe there's just one game. He was really outstanding. Now again, he plays insanely good. What a guy. Yeah, Raya will be a starter. Yeah, I mean, in the next few years, when he's a little older, I think he could be such a talent. Liverpool has to keep him. This is not a good sell. So, I think the only way Liverpool can keep a guy like this is to give him some playtime. It's okay, man. It's okay. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a nice one. The only way is to just give him some playtime. And I know it's a risky one when you give him playtime in Premier League or Cup games, but he's really dangerous. He doesn't look less good than Nunes or Gakpo. He could easily be a starter. What a guy. And we got the 3-1, which I was hoping for. The 3-1. Last season, we can remember that Liverpool were almost 1-0 down every single game. Every single game. They came behind 1-0. I know they won Premier League, but they were always behind. And I know this is just a friendly game, but again, 1-0 down. As usual. And then they are up 3-1. It's like Liverpool needs to have this 1-0 behind before they start being serious. It's what they call a trap. Here comes Liverpool, maybe a promising attack in the last minute. I think it's a corner kick. It's a corner kick for Liverpool. I don't know how much added time there is. I don't think there is too much since it's a friendly game. And the Yokohama fans There is so many Japanese Liverpool fans on the stadium as well. McAllister with the corner kick. And it's almost... It's a... Oh, it was almost a goal. So many shots on target. Oh my god, I think Liverpool had 4 shots on target within that corner kick. Frimpong, Elliott with the backflip. Frimpong with the shot. And they didn't score, but 4 shots on goal. And this is game, set and match. The game is done and it's 3-1 for Liverpool. We got to see some of the promising things that Liverpool can bring for the next season. We got to see some of the tactics they also are trying to implement. The thing where they need the goalkeeper as a triangle to play up from the back. So in this case, the goalkeeper together with Konate and Van Dijk creates the triangle to try and push it up. The left back and the right back is the one that pushes up. So that makes attacking with 5 players. But in the end, it's also risky, since there are only 2 men in defensive line. Sometimes we saw Gravenberch thrive down. We saw Wirtz playing the triangle between Konate and Van Dijk as well, dropping down, being the creator of the game. We saw a new role for Salah. Salah didn't make the runs up front as he used to, running down the wing. He doesn't do that anymore. He stops up. He goes into the middle and he makes the pass over the defensive line trying to find a player. So this is also a new role we haven't seen from Salah. So many new things. Many promising things. Many things also a little risky. We saw Frimpong being brought in, making the runs. It looks like he almost plays as a winger. You can't see he's a defender when he plays. Because he was always at the place where Salah plays. So even though Arne Slot plays a 4-3-3, we can't see it on the pitch. Because it's never 4-3-3. It's always 2-1-5 or something. We don't see the 4 in the back. There are always only 2 or maybe 3 sometimes. But this is how to be aggressive. It's the new meta. But we know Arne Slot said he wants to be a little bit more defensive when he plays. I mean, I can't see it. I can't see the defensiveness in this. He plays just aggressive as Klopp did. It's the same style. So, anyway, thank you for watching. If you have any comments, critics about what I could do better on the next time, just give them. I would love to hear it. I would love to improve, and I would love to know what I can do to make this even better or more fun or interactive. Do I talk too much about the players? Do I talk too much about something else that doesn't have anything to do with the match? Just tell me, and I would learn, and I will improve. So everything is welcome, and you are always welcome.